And by the way, we're going to have the final exam next week. So we're going to have a lesson today and another lesson tomorrow, but the exam will be during the next week. And if فضونا خلال هذا الأسبوع the final exam. So ممكن
تمام.
نتفق في الجروب على أي يوم مناسب للجميع. حيكون أونلاين. أي يوم مناسب للجميع ممكن نعمله Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. المهم قبل الجمعة. أي يوم قبل الجمعة مناسب للجميع.
خلال الأسبوع هذا.
خلال هذا الأسبوع. عندنا حصتين، عندنا حصة اليوم وحصة بكرة، والامتحان حيكون إن شاء الله الأسبوع الجاي، خلال الأسبوع الجاي. نتفق في الجروب and we will see which day is good for everyone. Today we're going to study how to write a paragraph. Okay, كيف هنكتب قطعة paragraph. So first let's watch this short video and then we're going to come and talk about it. So نشوف هذا الفيديو وبعدين حنتكلم عليه قطعة قطعة.
Welcome to my class.
Is the voice clear? الصوت واضح?
Yes.
Okay, good.
In this video, you will learn how to write a paragraph. Well, if you know how to write a sentence, then you will definitely write a paragraph because it's a group of sentences that are related to one main idea and are connected to each other. So, are you ready? Let's get started. A paragraph should have at least 5 sentences, 1 topic sentence, 3 supporting sentences, and 1 concluding sentence. The first step is to brainstorm your ideas in order to write a good paragraph. Write the general topic or the main idea. This is what your paragraph will be about. For example, friends, why people lie, celebrities, playing outside. Now use the main idea to create the topic sentence. The topic sentence typically identifies the main idea. It tells the reader what you will be discussing in the paragraph. Good friends are very important in our lives. People lie for several reasons. Being a celebrity can be difficult. Playing outside has many benefits. Now you have to write the supporting sentences. These are the sentences that give more information about the topic sentence. Every sentence should support the topic sentence. It should provide further details or ideas. And if any sentence cannot be related to the topic sentence, just exclude it. Playing outside has many benefits. Well, it gives you sun exposure. Active games get you moving and benefit your physical health. Playing or running around can help relieve build-up stress and frustration. A concluding sentence signals the end of a paragraph by restating the topic sentence and summarizing the main points. And remember, do not add any new details in the concluding sentence. And you can always end your paragraph with a personal connection like your opinion or feelings. This is my concluding sentence. Playing outdoors makes you happier, or anyone can benefit from outdoor activity. Well, now it is the second step. You have to write the first draft. Leave an indent. Indents are moving the first line of a paragraph to the right and creating a space. A paragraph typically starts with a topic sentence, and the rest of the paragraph provides details to support and develop the topic sentence. So you're going to write the supporting sentences. Link each sentence with transition words. Transition words form a bridge between the sentences. So I'm going to use here first, second, and lastly. You can use examples or facts to support your topic sentence. So you can use anything that is relevant. For example, playing outside gives you sun exposure, which is proven to cure seasonal depression. Playing active games, such as basketball. And now you can start your concluding sentence with words like finally, in conclusion, to summarize, in summary, as a result. The third first step is to edit your paragraph. Look for any grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes. Make sure you capitalized all proper nouns and that you started your sentence with capital letters and ended them with the right punctuation mark. And the last step is to write your paragraph. And guess what? We did it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next videos.
Okay, so now let's break down the video part by part. Okay, so first part, so the paragraph, القطعة, is a form of sentences, جمل. So we take a couple of sentences and we put them together to make a paragraph. Let's go one by one.
Idea and are connected to each other.
So here, so the main idea يعني الفكرة المحورية أو فكرة النص أو فكرة الفقرة, the paragraph. So we have, this is the most important thing, the main idea. Then we form sentences, different sentences. Then we connect these sentences. بنجمع هذه الsentences مع بعض عشان نعمل القطعة. So let's start.
So are you ready? Let's get started. A paragraph should have at least 5 sentences.
So a paragraph عشان تكون paragraph صحيحة ده ضروري يكون في على الأقل 5 جمل. 5 sentences at least, minimum.
1 topic sentence, 3 supporting sentences, and 1 concluding sentence.
Okay, so 1 topic sentence, supporting sentences, and concluding sentence. Who can tell me what are these and what is the difference between them? So what is the topic sentence?
I don't know.
Topic sentence يعني الموضوع يعني السنتنس ده لازم الأولى the topic sentence يعني الفكرة المحورية والفكرة الأساسية للنص لازم تكون في أول صفحة أول sentence. الجملة الأولى لازم تكون عندها الفكرة الأساسية للنص. Okay? يعني لازم تقول, for example, you're talking about COVID. Okay? So the first sentence in the paragraph should be to talk about COVID. For example, you say, COVID-19 is a very dangerous virus that spread all over the world. Okay? Like this. Tamam?
Okay.
So now the second step, which is supporting sentences. So what is the meaning of supporting sentences?
الجملة اللي تدعم داعمة يعني.
داعمة. Exactly.
دعم الجملة.
Very good. Supporting sentences يعني جمل داعمة. هذه الجمل الداعمة لازم تكون فيها تعطينا معلومات أكثر, معلومات زيادة. Okay? More information about the topic sentence. For example, as I said, the topic sentence like COVID-19 is a dangerous virus that spread all over the world. This is the topic sentence. Now, the supporting sentences لازم يكونوا أقل شيء 3. The minimum is 3. You can do more, no problem. And then, for example, you start the supporting sentence by saying, for example, COVID-19 started first in Wuhan, which is a city in China, and then started spreading little by little in the surrounding cities. هذه الجملة الأولى. Then the second supporting sentence ممكن تعطي more detail. For example, you say COVID-19 mostly affect the lungs and makes for people make it hard to breathe for most people. This is number 2. Sentence number 3, you can say that COVID-19 mostly affects young kids and old people. And you give more details. So the supporting sentences هي جمل مساعدة للtopic sentence. يعني تعطي تفاصيل أكثر عندها علاقة بالtopic sentence. Okay?
Yes.
More detail. تعطي more details about the topic, the main idea of the paragraph. يعني تعطي جمل مساعدة للفكرة الأساسية للنص. And the last one is very simple. Concluding sentence. يعني
الجملة الختامية.
Exactly. الجملة ختامية تكون زي ما تكون ملخص لكل هذه الأمور، جملة ختامية. Okay, for example, you say, we're talking about COVID-19, you say, COVID-19, as we said, is a very dangerous virus. We should be safe, protect us, protect our families by washing our hands every time we use something, and we should wear masks and always use sanitizers, for example. So this is the concluding sentence, يعني الجملة الختامية. So these three things are very, very, very important. Okay, topic sentence, 3 supporting sentences, 1 key concluding sentence. So here, these things, it could be more. Topic sentence ممكن تعمل 2, 3, no problem. Topic sentence. Supporting sentence ممكن تعمل 3, 4, 5, no problem. But the minimum, يعني المينيمم فيهم كلهم لازم يكون 5. Minimum. You can do more if you want. Any questions here so far? Everything's clear?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
The first step is to brainstorm your ideas in order to write a good paragraph.
So brainstorm, what do you mean by brainstorm?
Brainstorm.
Yeah. هي فكرة إجمالية تعني تجميع الأفكار. brainstorm. يعني تحط أي أفكار عندك تحطها تكتبها على النوت بوك، أي فكرة تحطها وبعدين عشان يساعدوك تكتب الباراجراف. brainstorm.
Write the general topic or the main idea. This is what.
So brainstorming also you can write the main idea. You can find the main idea that you're going to talk about. يعني الفكرة المحورية أو الموضوع اللي حتتكلم عليه. ممكن تحط موضوعين 3 4 وفي الأخير تختار واحد فيهم.
Your paragraph will be about. For example, friends, why people lie, celebrities, playing outside. Now use the main idea to create the topic sentence.
So here we have many ideas. Okay, like celebrities, friends, why people lie. You can choose any topic, but you just use the same structure. تستعمل نفس القواعد.
The topic sentence typically identifies the main idea. It tells the reader what you will be discussing in the paragraph.
So the topic sentence زي كيف قلنا بتعطي تعريف للمين idea أو بتعطي تفاصيل بسيطة للمين idea. As I said, for example, COVID-19 بتعطي تعريف بسيط. COVID-19 is a virus that started spreading from China and through all over the world. تعطي جملة بسيطة جدا. Okay? It's called the topic sentence. مثل تعريف قصير.
Good friends are very important in our lives. People lie for several reasons.
See, these are some examples of topic sentences. For example, the topic is friends. So you can start at this one by using this. Good friends are very important in our lives. You can use different sentences. You can say friendship is very, very important in everyone's lives. Being friends with someone is really, really valuable. Or having friend in your life is like having a family member. Like تعطي تعريف خاص بك على هذا التوبيك سنتنس التوبيك اللي انت اخترته.
In our lives, people lie for several reasons. Being a celebrity can be difficult. Playing outside has many benefits. Now you have to write the supporting sentence. These are
the supporting sentences شو قلنا هي الجمل المساعدة أو الجمل الداعية. يعني حتعطي تعريف مش تعريف تعطي تفاصيل أكثر عن التوبيك sentence.
Sentences that give more information about the topic sentence. Every sentence should support the topic sentence. It should provide further details or ideas. And if any sentence cannot be related to the topic sentence, just exclude it. Playing outside has.
So as I said, so the supporting sentences, you can be 3, 4, 5, no problem, but minimum is 3 sentences. Minimum 3 sentences.
Just exclude it. Playing outside has many benefits. Well, it gives you sun exposure. Active games get you moving and benefit your physical health. Playing or running around can help relieve build-up stress and frustration.
These are some examples for, okay? So it gives you sun exposure. Active games get you moving and will benefit your physical health. Playing or running around can help you relieve stress. So these are build up stress and frustration. These are examples of supporting sentences.
Can help relieve bullets signals the end of a paragraph by restating the topic sentence and summarizing the main points. And remember,
so concluding sentence. Who can remind me what is concluding sentence?
الختامية.
نعم.
الجملة
الجملة الختامية. الجملة الختامية زي ما تكون ملخص. اوكي ملخص للموضوع كله in one sentence. اوكي الجملة الختامية.
A concluding sentence signals the end of a paragraph by restating the topic sentence and summarizing the main points.
So the concluding sentence بتكون شوية أطول. ممكن تكون أطول بطريقة في طريقتين. طريقة إنك تعمل تلخيص للموضوع كله في جملة واحدة أو جملتين مع بعض، أو بتعيد نفس الجملة الأولى التوبيك سنتنس بتعيدها لكن بصيغة أخرى، بتعيد صياغة التوبيك سنتنس وبتضيف جملة ثانية. فهي طريقتين. الطريقة الأولى بس بتعمل تلخيص للموضوع كله. This is the concluding sentence. In the concluding sentence there is the first way. You just write one sentence, okay, as a summary كملخص للموضوع كله. الموضوع كله تكتب one sentence، يعني في داخله فيه التوبيك sentence supporting sentences كلها داخله في ال conclusion sentence. or في الطريقة الثانية تكتب نفس التوبيك sentence بتعيدها لكن بطريقة مختلفة، يعني بتعيد صياغة topic sentence وبتضيف إضافة. You add one more sentence or one more information. You can choose which one is
and remember,
which one you prefer more.
Add any new details in the concluding sentence. And you can always end your paragraph with a personal connection like your opinion or feelings.
Yes. So this one more thing. At the end, you can, after you finish the sentence, the concluding sentence, you have the option to give your opinion about the topic. Okay, it's optional. It's not like you have to do it, but you can do it if you want. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
This is my concluding sentence. Playing outdoors makes you happier, or anyone can benefit from outdoor activity. Well, now it is the second step. You have to write the first draft.
So what do you mean draft? What do you mean by draft? Draft in general in Arabic we say يعني ورقة الوساخ، يعني هي اللي بتدرب عليها. تكتب الباراجراف الأولى الثانية بتعيد بتصحح الأخطاء. It's called draft. نعم. بتدرب على الباراجراف.
Leave an indent. Indents are moving the first line of a paragraph to the right and creating a space. A paragraph typically starts with a topic sentence, and the rest of the paragraph provides details to support and develop the topic sentence. So you're going to write the supporting sentences.
So as here, so playing outside, for example, this is the topic sentence. Playing outside has many benefits. This is the topic sentence. Then we move on. So we start. Sorry.
This one's supporting sentences.
Yeah, supporting sentences, exactly. For example, it gives you sun exposure. Active games get you moving and will benefit your physical health. So as I said here, here are two sentences if you see, but we have a fanboys here, okay, preposition that connects two sentences together. You can use more, as I said, you can use more than one sentence. So here one sentence, here two, using a connector here, and here also we have also and. You can use as many sentences as you want, but minimum is 3. At least you have to be first here, second, 3. You can use as much as you can.
Each sentence with transition words. Transition words form a bridge between the sentences. So I'm going to use here first, second, and lastly.
Yes. So here عشان لما يكونش عندنا الباراجراف يعني عامله زي الروبوت، حط واحد بقول بس جمله وبخلصها بقول الجمله الثانيه وبخلصها بقول الجمله الثالثه، لا، عشان تكون الجمله يعني متناسقه مع بعض نقول اولا ثانيا ثالثا من جهه ثانيه. So in Arabic we use these things. Okay, in English we say first, second, lastly. You can say also on the first hand, on the other hand, من جهة أخرى. We have many ways to do that. I'll show you how to do the transitions. التحويل من first paragraph, first supporting sentence to the second one to the third one. But this is the most common one. هذه الأكثر استعمال. First, second, lastly. First, second, third. If you want to write more sentences, you can write first, second, third, fourth, and lastly.
You can use examples or facts to support your topic sentence. So you can use anything that is relevant. For example, playing outside gives you sun exposure, which is proven to cure seasonal depression.
You see, here you can add more details. So this one is your supporting sentence. You can add a little bit more, okay? Add more details or a fact or evidence, دليل على هذا الجملة اللي بتقول. For example, you said, it gives you sun exposure. يعني تعطيك أنك تكون تحت الشمس, which is really good for your body in general. So which is proven to cure seasonal depression. This is one of the reasons. Okay, and then also بتثبت الكالسيوم على العظام. And we have different kind of facts about when you get exposed to the sun. You can write as many as you want. So this is the supporting sentence. وهذه إضافات, it's optional. You can do it if you want, but it's not that you have to do it. But the more you do it, the better. كل ما تسويها أكتر بتكون الجملة بتكون الباراجراف بشكل عام انسيابية وبتكون فيها معلومات أكتر, and the paragraph will be much better.
Playing active games such as basketball. And now you can start your conclusion.
And you can do this. And you can do this to all of these. Okay, not only the first one. You can do this also in the second one. Okay, active games get you. You can write it. Active games like football, basketball, running, whatever you want to write here, or you can write at the end. It's up to you. Active games get you moving and will benefit your physical health, like football, like playing football outside, like going out swimming. Like you can add more details. You can do this also for the last supporting sentence, playing or sorry.
Yes, playing or running, Kelly.
Yes, yeah, as many as you want, no problem. It's good to add more details and more examples. Good.
Playing active games such as basketball. And now you can start your concluding sentence with words like finally, in conclusion, to summarize, in summary, as a result. The third step is to edit your paragraph. Look for any grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes. Make sure you capitalized all proper nouns and that you started your sentence with capital letters and ended them with the right punctuation mark.
Okay, let's go back and explain one by one.
Summarize, in summary, as a result.
So this one at the end. At the end, you can use these things. Okay, so in the supporting sentences, we can use first, second, third, lastly. But in the last sentence, which is the concluding sentence, الجملة الختامية, we need to use finally, in conclusion, to summarize, in summary, as a result. So all of them, you can use them at the beginning of the sentence. The concluding sentence, الجملة الختامية, you can use one of these, أي واحدة فيهم. Okay? كلهم عندهم تقريبا نفس المعنى. So finally يعني أخيرا, in conclusion يعني كتلخيص لهذا الموضوع كله to summarize in summary as a result كنتيجة. So all of them have the same purpose. يعني عندهم نفس الغرض. تمام؟ Any questions here so far? No questions so far? Good.
Yes.
The third step is to edit your paragraph. Look for any grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes. Make sure you capitalized all proper nouns and that you started your sentence with capital letters and ended them with the right punctuation mark.
Yes. So this is the last thing you do.
With capital letters and ended them with the right.
So the last thing you do here, when you write your paragraph, this is in the draft. بتراجع الباراجراف، بتشوف الجرامر ميستيكس، كان لازم احط is حطيت are، او عندي الاس تبع البلورال ما حطيتهاش. I need to use she or he or it. I need to use for example the right tense، يعني نستعمل الحاضر ولا المستقبل ولا الباست. يعني بتشوف الجملة وتشوف الأخطاء إذا كان في أخطاء. بتشوف again the spelling mistake، يعني كلمات ممكن كلمات السبيلينج تبعها خطأ، ممكن في حرف ناقص أو في حرف مبدل مغير. So you have to pay attention. Capital letter also. So capital letter درسناهم، يعني الكابيتال letter بيكون في الأغلب مع الأسماء and in the beginning of the sentence. Okay. أول الجملة دائما يكون capital أو بعد الفول ستوب، بعد النقطة. تمام. punctuation marks اللي النقطة والفاصلة، علامة استفهام، علامة تعجب. So all of these full mark and full stop and all of these.
Last step is to write your paragraph.
So this is the paragraph. As we finish, let's have someone to read. Mr. Sneem, would you like to read the paragraph, please?
Okay. Playing outside has many benefits. First, it gains your sun exposure, which is proven to cure sensational depression.
Seasonal. دائما season الموسم.
Second, active games such as basketball get you moving and will benefit your physical health. Lastly, playing or running can help relieve boiled up stress and frustration in summer. Anyone can benefit from outdoor activity.
Very good. Anyone can benefit from outdoor activity. So now is your turn. Okay. So I'll give you about 5 to 10 minutes to write a paragraph. Okay. The same as this one. So let's choose one of these topics. We have 3 topics. Or you can choose your topic, no problem. You can choose any topic you want. So we have here, for example, the first one, we have celebrities. We have friendship. So you can choose, or you can choose whatever you want as a topic.
How to write.
Okay. So we have friendship. You can write about friendship. You can write why people lie. You can write about COVID-19. Okay, you choose. I'm not going to tell you the topic. You choose the topic and follow the steps. لازم تتبع هذه الخطوات. One topic sentence. You can do 3 or more. Here 2 or more, no problem. Okay? I'll give you 10 minutes, no problem. 10 minutes. Try to write a paragraph and we'll have one by one to read it. Okay? But before we start, do you have, guys, any questions? Mr. Hassan, Mr. Sadil, Mr. Sneem, any questions? No questions? Everything clear?
اكتبوه توا الباراجراف.
Yeah, توا. الباراجراف توا. Okay? So now write the paragraph. So you choose any topic you want. Okay? Any topic you want, but you follow the steps. Okay? For example, like this. This one.
Choose any topic,
any topic you want. Any topic you want. And you start, for example, I show you the last paragraph here. So you can do this one from one sentence to another, first, second, lastly. And in the conclusion, let's have this one here. I'll leave this one here so you can see how the paragraph is formed. So you can use the same structure. Here we have the main sentence. This one is the main sentence. Okay. Then this is from first until here. This is the first supporting sentence. Second until here. Second supporting sentence. This one is the last supporting sentence until here. And at the end is the concluding sentence. Tamam? Yeah, I'll give you guys 10 minutes. Choose any topic you want and write a paragraph. You can ask any questions. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Hello, guys. Finished, or do you need more time? Mr. Hassan?
Me is finish.
Finished. Okay, let's see the others. Mr. Hassan, Ms. Sadil. If you need more time, I can give you a couple of more minutes. Okay, so let's have the 2 more minutes and then we'll start. Tamam? 2 more minutes.
تمام.
Hello, Ms. Sadil, Mr. Hassan. Guys, ready? Mr. Hassan, are you here? Good. Okay, let's start reading our paragraphs. So who wants to start first?
Me.
Okay.
My friend Aya has very nice personality. She is very smart and lovely.
Good.
Aya is my best friend and always help each other with everything.
Very good. So now what are you going to do? You're going to read me sentence by sentence and you tell me this sentence is supporting or conclusion or تمام؟
تمام.
يلا. Read the paragraph and tell me each sentence شو هي.
الباراجراف هذا متاع playing.
Yes, no, تبعك انت الباراجراف اللي كتبتيها. The paragraph that you wrote.
My friend Aya has very nice personality.
So this one is
topic.
Topic sentence. Very good.
Aya is my best friend and we always help each other with everything. Supporting.
Very good. Supporting sentence. Number 2. Continue.
Number 2.
The following sentence. Yeah.
الجملة الثانية.
اللي بعد. نعم.
She is very smart and lovely.
She's very smart and lovely. Good. So this is you made 2 supporting sentences, I think. One main
yes,
idea.
she's very smart. Supporting. This is supporting.
Yes.
And the last Aya is my best friend. This is concluding.
Concluding sentence. So the concluding sentence شو قلنا تكون summary, and you can give also your opinion. For example, you say Aya is my best friend. We will always stay together because she's a really, really good friend. You can add more details if you want, but in general, the paragraph is really good. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but you didn't use this one first, second, lastly. You can use them to form a connection. يعني تكون يعني كل جملة مرتبطة بالجملة اللي بعدها. So إذا شلنا هذا first, second, lastly, in summary هيكون الجملة شوية عاملين زي الروبوت. أوكي؟ يعني بنقرأ جملة وبعدين نقرأ جملة وبعدين نقرأ جملة وبعدين نقرأ جملة، فما حيكونش يعني قراءة الباراجراف ما حتكونش بسلاسة. أوكي؟ So these ones are very, very important. Say first, I like my for example my best friend for many reasons. First, she helps everyone all the time. Second, she's a very active friend and she's very smart. She's this and this and this and this. And lastly, I like her very much because she's really she helped me a lot when I needed her. So something like that. So you have to use these things or any other thing to connect. مش ضروري تستعمل first, second, lastly. We have other connectors. I will show you in the second session, inshallah. We have many connectors, how to connect each sentence to the others. But هذا هم يعني the most common ones اللي كثيرين الاستعمال وسهل الاستعمال. First, second, lastly. هذا هم كثير الاستعمال وكمان very, very easy to use. But your paragraph was really, really good. Excellent job. So now let's go to Miss Sadil. Miss Sadil, would you like to read your paragraph, please? Miss Sadil, are you here with us? Hello? I don't think she's here. Miss Sadil? Okay, I think she's not here. Okay, can you read your sentence, please? If you cannot read it, you can send it, take a picture of the paragraph and send it to me. We can read it together here, if you cannot read. Yes, okay, send me and let's read it together. Okay, she will send me the paragraph and let's read it together.
Friend.
Yeah. So can you tell me the topic sentence? Which one is?
I have a friend.
So this one, yeah. I have a friend. This is topic sentence. So we're working, and the rest, can you tell?
First, yeah, we're working together at the same place.
Same place. Until here, dental assistant. All of it. This one is the first supporting sentence.
Yes.
Second supporting sentence from.
Second, she is such a good person and friendly.
Until here, good.
She is.
She's name. So here, she's name. So what should we write here instead of she's? We studied this instead of she's name. So here we need to use possessive pronoun. So what should we say?
She's.
No, you should say her.
No, here.
Her name.
Her name
is. Now, her name is Sidra, and we call her Sis. She's clever and helpful. We always make each other laugh. Not laughing. Laugh is very simple. Laugh, let's write it correctly. So laugh, we say la, GH. Okay? Laugh. يعني نضحك بعضنا البعض. We make each other laugh without any reasons. I just know her. So here we need to delete this E, because you see right here. So we know here, this one we deleted her. So I just know her in 3 months, but now we became best friend to each other. Good, so far so good. So we need to correct one more thing, which is the punctuation. يعني في بعض الأماكن لازم نحط فيها نقطة أو فاصلة. Okay, because it's very, very important. So we said capitalization, spelling mistakes. Okay, we need to pay attention to these things. يعني spelling mistakes الكلمات لازم نكتبها بالحروف اللي صح. زائد we need to pay attention to capitalization. And last thing is punctuation. Punctuation يعني النقطة الفاصلة. We need to pay attention to these things. Okay? So let's start and correct them. So let's start with number 1. So hello, it's Sadil. So here we need to put a full stop. So let's write it with red color. So here we need to write a full stop, نقطة. Here, full stop. So خلصنا دائما بعد كل جملة خلصها we put full stop. يعني نقطة. I have a friend. Here also, this is sentence finished. We're working together at the same place, dental assistant. We can put full stop here. She is such a good person and friendly. Here, she's name. So here became her name, not she's name. Her name is Sindra, and we call her Sis. Here also full stop. يعني لما نخلص أي جملة نحط full stop نقطة.
Yes.
Clever and helpful. Also here, a full stop. We always make each other laugh without any reason. So here حطت نقطة موجودة. So very good. I just know her in 3 months, but now we became about a best friend to each other. So this one also full stop at the end. Very good. Excellent. So far so good. Very good. Then we have also الفاصلة. الفاصلة. So we will study this inshallah tomorrow. I will teach you how to use the comma. Then نحط الفاصلة والنقطة علامة استفهام علامة تعجب. All of these things we're going to study them tomorrow inshallah. So the full stop is very simple. لما تكون عندنا جملة منتهية منتهية المعنى واضح بحط الفول stop. Clear؟ الكم عند استعمالات مختلفة. For example, we have 2 sentences لكن رابطينهم بconjunction أو رابطينهم بpreposition. فيها and. أوكي عندنا جملتين بس رابطينهم and or but. For example here We have here but, you see? So we put the comma here before the but. Or and. She's clever and helpful. Her name is Sidra, and we call her. So all of these things we're going to study tomorrow. How to use the comma, the full stop, all the kind of punctuations. So now just pay attention for the full stop. Full stop is very simple. We put it at the end of the sentence. When we have a sentence, واضحة المعنى, we put full stop. And after the full stop, we need to pay attention to one critical detail. واحد المعلومة مهمة جدا. After the full stop, we need, what should we do? هاي هنا عندنا full stop, خلصنا الفول stop. بعد الفول stop, what should we do? هنا full stop. We need to write this first letter, هذا first letter capital. لازم يكون الحرف كبير, capital. Okay? After the full stop, we need to use the first letter. Okay, we need to use it as capital. Is that clear? واضح? Any questions here? No questions? Good. So now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a listening exercise, but in a different way. So let's move on to the following lesson. So the following lesson is very simple. We're going to do listening exercise. We're going to listen to a short story, very short story. Let's start with lesson 1. Okay, lesson 1, then lesson 2. After the short story, we're going to have a question, like 3 or 4 questions. We're going to answer each one of them correctly. Tamam? Clear?
Hi, and welcome to Level 2 of the Listening Comprehension series.
So as I said, we're going to listen to a short story, very, very short, maybe 3 minutes. After that, we have 3 questions. So you need to have your notebooks with you, okay? Notebook and a paper, and try to take notes.
Today, we are going to do Lesson 1. Now, this level is a little bit harder than the Level 1 listening comprehension, but that's okay. I think you're ready. Just pay attention to what is said in the story, because the questions will make you think a little more than they did in Level 1. Now, don't worry. I will read the story 2 times to you. Here is the first time. Sally and James went on a family vacation to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a tourist site in the United States. Sally and James's parents told them it was amazing, it was spectacular, and it would be one of the greatest things they ever saw. Their family got in the car and drove for 5 hours. They listened to many songs in the car. Their dad, who was in the passenger seat, only played the songs Sally and James wanted to hear. There were also many snacks in the car. Their parents had bought candies and potato chips. In the back seat, Sally and James also had lots of comic books to read. They were going to the Grand Canyon, and it was going to be amazing. When Sally and James finally got to the Grand Canyon, they looked out. It was just rocks. Their parents asked them many questions. What do you think? Does it look amazing? What about those rocks? They are so deep. Sally and James found a ledge and they sat while their parents took lots of pictures. They had been told the Grand Canyon would be amazing, but they were not happy. They waited until their parents got tired of taking pictures. Do you want to go back? Their mom asked. She seemed very sad. Sally and James nodded. The Grand Canyon is boring, Sally said. I'm sorry, their dad said. We thought you would have more fun. Well, Sally and James agreed on one thing. The car ride was lots of fun. On their way home, they got more snacks for the car. Even though they didn't like the destinations, Sally and James liked the journey. Okay, I'm going to read the story one more time. Here we go.
For the second time, so listen carefully. Take some notes.
Sally and James went on a family vacation to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a tourist site in the United States. Sally and James's parents told them it was amazing, it was spectacular, and it would be one of the greatest things they ever saw. Their family got in the car and drove for 5 hours. They listened to many songs in the car. Their dad, who was in the passenger seat, only played the songs Sally and James wanted to hear. There were also many snacks in the car. Their parents had bought candies and potato chips. In the back seat, Sally and James also had lots of comic books to read. They were going to the Grand Canyon, and it was going to be amazing. When Sally and James finally got to the Grand Canyon, they looked out. It was just rocks. Their parents asked them many questions. What do you think? Doesn't it look amazing? What about those rocks? They are so deep. Sally and James found a ledge and they sat down while their parents took lots of pictures. They had been told the Grand Canyon would be amazing, but they were not happy. They waited until their parents got tired of taking photos. Do you want to go back? Their mom asked. She seemed very sad. Sally and James nodded. The Grand Canyon is boring, Sally said. I'm sorry, their dad said. We thought you would have more fun. Well, Sally and James agreed on one thing. The car ride was lots of fun. On their way home, they got more snacks for the car. Even though they didn't like the destination, Sally and James liked the journey. Okay, now let's look at question number 1.
So now let's answer the questions. So the first question is very easy. Where did the family go on their vacation? A, the Grand Space. B, a tourist site. C, the United States. Or the family car.
United States. United States.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You have to be careful because they went to the United States, but they went to somewhere in the United States. That's why I told you need to take notes. Okay.
1.
So this is the first time. Second time, try to pay more attention. So let's have a look.
Where did the...
So let's go to question number 2.
Who?
We will see the answers at the end, okay? So now, question number 2. Who was driving the car? A, mom. B, dad. Sally or James?
Sally.
Sally, okay. And anyone else has a different answer? Okay, let's move on.
Maybe James.
The answer is not Sally.
Yes.
James?
James.
James?
And not James. No Sally, not Sally and not James. Because as
Mom.
I said, you need to pay attention because they give you the answer but in a different way. بيعطيكم الإجابة لكن بطريقة مختلفة. يعني احنا كنا بنسوي listening exercise قبل بس كانت الإجابة واضحة. هنا بيعطوك الإجابة بطريقة غير مباشرة. I will explain at the end. راح أشرح لكم بالجمل كيف بيسووها. So now let's do question number 3 and I will explain to you. So what didn't they have in the car? شو الحاجة اللي ما كانتش عندهم في السيارة؟ comic books يعني مثل المجلات. candy, chips or toys. Toys اللي هم الألعاب. So what is the thing that they didn't have in the car? Which one?
Toys. ما عندهمش في
Okay.
Don't have the in car.
In the car. Okay, now this is the story. So now let's go to the answers. So number 1. So where did the family go on their vacation? Very simple. So the story says, Sally and James went on a family vacation to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a tourist site in the United States. See? So they went to a tourist site in the United States. هم أصلا في اليونايتد ستيتس، أصلا هم موجودين في اليونايتد ستيتس. يعني فين راحوا؟ المكان اللي راحوا فيه شو هو؟ They went to Grand Canyon. بس الأوبشنز شو كان الأوبشنز؟ عندنا يا إما tourist site يا إما United States يا إما car. So the correct answer is tourist site.
Did the family go?
So as I said بيعطيكم إجابة بطريقة مختلفة. Okay? So now number 2. This one is a little bit tricky. Who was driving the car? مين اللي كان سايق السيارة؟ شوف الطريقة اللي قالوها مختلفة. So their dad who was in the passenger seat. شو معنى passenger seat؟ يعني المقعد اللي جنب السائق.
جنب السائق.
Exactly. So هنا أول شيء نشيله لأن dad is not the driver because he was sitting in the passenger seat. واضحة؟ Okay, then we continue. Only played the songs Sally and James wanted to hear. There were also many snacks in the car. Their parents had brought candies and potato chips. In the back seat, Sally and James also had lots of comic books. So هنا شو قلنا؟ So in the back seat, Sally and James. So Sally and James موجودين في الباك seat. يعني شو ضل عندنا؟ يعني مين اللي كان سايق السيارة؟ The mom. See؟ فهذا مستوى متقدم شوية من listening بيعطيك الإجابة ولكن بطريقة غير مباشرة. So is it clear?
Yes.
Passenger.
Now let's go to the last one.
They have.
Last one. What didn't they have in the car? So there were also many snacks in the car. Their parents had brought candies and potato chips in the back seat. Sally and James also had lots of comic books. So what is the thing that they didn't have? Toys. They didn't have toys. So they have candies, chips, comic books. Okay? So let's do one more. Okay? So now you understand how the story. Now you understand the story and you understand how the questions are formed. طيب فهمتوا كيف الأسئلة تتحط. So listen carefully and take notes.
Everyone, and welcome to your level 2 listening comprehension. Today we are going to do lesson number 2. Now I'm going to read a story for you 2 times and then I will ask you some questions. So here we go. This is the first time. Tom was leaving his hometown of Chicago. He was very nervous about it since all his friends lived in Chicago and it was the only place he'd ever lived in his 8 years of life. His family said he was moving to a place in Europe, wherever that was. He was nervous because it was on a completely different continent. He would have to get on an airplane just to get to his new home. What if there was no pizza there? What if the kids at school spoke a different language? Tom had so many questions, and he kept asking his parents for answers. However, they were so busy packing and getting ready for the move, they struggled with answering. This quietness made Tom more anxious. On moving day, Tom went to the airport with his parents. He drove through the streets of Chicago where there were giant buildings all around. Did they have any big buildings in Europe? When Tom got on the airplane, he was allowed to bring one bag with him. In his bag, he had several pencil crayons and paper. He colored what he thought his new home would look like. He thought Europe might have lots of dragons in it. Tom's parents rented a car at the airport and drove them to their new home. He looked out of the car window and saw there were no buildings here. There was only green grass, tiny houses, and mountains in the distance. This was so different here. Tom fell in love with it. He had never seen any place so beautiful. Maybe living in Europe would be okay after all. Okay, I'm going to read the story one more time. Here we go. Tom was leaving his hometown of Chicago. He was very nervous about it since all of his friends lived in Chicago, and it was the only place he'd ever lived in his 8 years of life. His family said he was moving to a place in Europe, wherever that was. He was nervous because it was on a completely different continent. He would have to get on an airplane just to get to his new home. What if there was no pizza there? What if the kids at school spoke a different language? Tom had so many questions, and he kept asking his parents for answers. However, they were so busy packing and getting ready for the move, they struggled with answering. This quietness made Tom more anxious. On moving day, Tom went to the airport with his parents. He drove through the streets of Chicago, where there were giant buildings all around. Did they have big buildings in Europe? When Tom got on the airplane, he was allowed to bring one bag with him. In his bag, he had pencil, crayons, and paper. He colored what he thought his new home would look like. He thought Europe might have lots of dragons in it. His parents rented a car at the airport and drove to their new home. He looked out of the car window and saw that there were no buildings here. There was only green grass, tiny houses, and mountains in the distance. It was so different here. Tom fell in love with it. He had never seen any place so beautiful. Maybe living in Europe would be okay after all. Okay, let's take a look at question number.
Now the questions, okay? So the questions exactly as the first ones. They're tricky. So لازم تركزوا في الأسئلة. So question number 1. Why was Tom nervous? 1. A. He had never lived anywhere else. He was 8 years old. Europe was scary. Tom hated pizza. Which one is the correct answer? Which one do you think is the correct answer?
Tom hated pizza.
Are you sure?
Or Europe was scary.
Europe was scary. Let's see. Both of them is wrong, but let's see the second question. Question 2. Why didn't Tom's parents answer his questions? A. Because he had too many questions. B. His parents already left. C. They were packing. D. To make Tom anxious. Anxious is almost like nervous.
He had
Which one?
he had too many questions.
Has too many questions. Okay.
Too many.
We will see. Let's go to the last question. What did Tom see from out of the car? Did he see dragon, buildings, green trees, tiny
trees?
Green trees.
Green trees.
Let's
the story for it.
Correct.
Tom nervous.
So why was Tom nervous? Okay, so Tom was leaving his hometown of Chicago. He was very nervous about it since all of his friends lived in Chicago and it was the only place he'd ever lived. This is the reason, because it was the only place he'd ever lived. He never lived in another place. So he was not nervous because he ate pizza or because he was scared from Europe. Okay, the only reason is because that was the only place he had ever lived in. Number 2.
For that, they were so.
So why didn't Tom's parents answer him when he was asking questions? So they were so busy.
Tom had many.
Yeah, not because they are left, or not because he asked too many questions, but because they are busy packing and getting ready to move. Okay, last question.
It said that they did. What did Tom?
So what did Tom see from out of the car? He looked, so their answer is tiny houses, not green trees. Okay, so green grass. I know you're going to تلخبطي ما بين grass and trees. So the correct answer is not green trees, because he was looking at green grass. Green grass, but the correct answer is tiny houses. Okay, clear? Good. So as I said, I'll repeat again. So tomorrow we have another lesson. We're going to try and review all of the other topics that we had so far. Same time at 6. And we're going to study a little bit more about punctuation, how to write the paragraph, how to write it correctly, and how to use punctuation, comma, full stop, and other punctuations. And we're going to get ready for the exam. So the exam is going to be next week. You can talk to each other in the group and choose the best day for all of you. Okay? It can be Monday, Tuesday, but not Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Any day you want. We can have at any time. Okay? You can have it at night, 6, 7, 8, no problem. It's going to be online. Okay? Do you have any questions before we go?
Okay.
Any questions about the lesson,
No.
about the exam? No questions. So, okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Tamam? Yeah. See you tomorrow,
Tamam.
inshallah, at the same time.